Hello everyone, and welcome to this week's episode of Heart Matters. You don't have to look too far to see the effects that drugs are having in our communities. News headlines are riddled with devastating stories of drug use. Our story today comes from a couple who dealt with this firsthand when their oldest son became involved with drugs. Listen in as Todd and Kellie Loveless share their story and what they are doing now to help prevent others from falling into the trap of drug use. Also singing on our program today is Seidenberg from Oakville, Ontario. Thanks again for joining us today and enjoy the show.
It's all gonna turn out right. I know you've seen better days, but think about how far that you've come. It's all gonna turn out right. 'Cause I know someone who has it all figured out, yeah. So you don't have to face this on your own, yeah. Just believe that one day you will see things for how they are. Until then, don't give up, 'cause anything can happen. Just believe that one day you will see things for how they are. Until then, don't give up, 'cause anything can happen, yeah. 'Cause anything can happen. Ooh, don't look left and don't turn right. Keep your eye on the path ahead. Things you didn't understand will make more sense. It's all gonna turn out right. 'Cause you can get back up. Don't let it hold you down, yeah. 'Cause you don't have to face this on your own, yeah. Just believe that one day you will see things for how they are. Until then, don't give up, 'cause anything can happen. Just believe that one day you will see things for how they are. Until then, don't give up, 'cause anything can happen, yeah. 'Cause anything can happen. Do you believe that he parted the sea? That same miracle is living in you and me. Do you believe that he's all that you need? My God, I truly believe. I believe. Just believe that one day you will see things for how they are. Until then, don't give up, 'cause anything can happen. Just believe that one day you will see things for how they are. Until then, don't give up, 'cause anything can happen. Anything, 'cause anything can happen. Anything, 'cause anything can happen. 'Cause anything can happen. With Jesus, anything can happen.
Hey everyone, would you like a chance to win an iPad? Well, all you had to do is take a picture of yourself watching Heart Matters and do one of two things. You could tweet it using the tag Heart Matters NL, or you can send it to us on Facebook and we'll post it on our wall. The contest will be ongoing for September and we'll draw for it in the first week of October. It's that simple. Just take a selfie, which you're probably doing anyway, but make sure Heart Matters is playing in the background and you could win an iPad. Good luck.
Heart Matters is made possible through local support. Beaton's Realty, serving Gander and area. Visit beatonsrealty.ca today to to see a full listing of properties in your area. Midway Garden Restaurant. Stop in for great food and warm, friendly service. With locations at 342 Hamilton River Road in Happy Valley Goose Bay and at the Midway Travel Inn in Churchill Falls. Specializing in health and bulk food, visit Nan's Pantry in the Gander Mall. Nan's Pantry has everything you're looking for.
Our story today comes from Todd and Kellie Loveless. Listen as they share of the wounds that drug use has left on their family and what they are doing now to help prevent it from happening to others.
My name is Kellie. I'm originally from Botwood.
My name is Todd Loveless, and we've been married for a few years now, and we run our own business.
We have 6 children, 3 of which are foster children, and we've been living in paradise now for about 10 years. Christian was born in July 17th, 1993. He was the firstborn. Second oldest is 18. Then we have a 9-year-old that we had adopted. We have an 8, 6, and 5-year-old that we are fostering and hoping to adopt in the future. Christian grew up very normally in our family. He participated in hockey and basketball. He was very active with his friends, but he was never a leader. Christian was always a follower. Whatever the crowd was doing, Christian wanted to be a part of. He went into carpentry school. He was in the Millwrights College in 2011, and he finished that in 2012. And he came out of that, and he got a job immediately. People always said that Christian was happy and funny and smiling all the time, and we started to see that dwindle after he got his job. And then we found that he was starting to hang around with different people. And in January of 2013, Christian called us and told us that he was moving out.
Things started to go a little bit downhill before then. Then once that happened, it really escalated quickly. He had an apparent accidental drug overdose.
We went to the hospital. We brought him home. They spoke to Todd and said that it was definitely from some sort of drug use. And we tried to get him help. We actually told him that we didn't like where he was living. We would like to help him and move somewhere else. And we did that. We moved him into one of our properties. And we thought we were doing very good. And then in April is when he started giving us the calls or texting me daily and telling me that he was going to commit suicide. He was going to run in front of a bus. I didn't go a day. I didn't go maybe a couple of hours without getting those phone calls. I would get up in the mornings and I would look at the news, whether it was the newspaper or online, just to see if Christian had broken into a store, robbed a bank, got caught doing something, because I knew that the possibility was there, and I feared for that.
He did have issues, and I know because we've spoke with counselors, psychologists since then, and it seems that substance abuse and mental illness go together a lot.
Christian became very dependent on me. If I went away, before I would get off the plane, there would be an incident at home that I would have to deal with from Christian. He would have beaten this up, or he would have probably beat a car up, or beat the walls out of his apartment, or ripped the doors off, or he would have done something because he was he didn't want to be away from me. It's like I was his rescuer. And he knew that whenever he needed me, I would be there, because he always did. Christian would call and he'd say, "There's someone banging on my door," and we would just get in the car and just go. It was either the drugs, the mental illness, or he just needed that knowledge that we were there. I kind of always knew that he would never commit suicide, but the way Christian's aggression was going, the way his words, he was very vulgar to me.
Not his normal personality. I mean, he was just a very different person. He was totally changed. Not the kid that grew up with us.
No, not the child that made everybody laugh. We had an appointment that we went together, and he was really high that morning, and we talked about it and how I didn't want him to go out and party. He knew that I was going away the next day, and he was very anxious about it. And he had gotten paid. He was on unemployment and had gotten paid. And I had dropped him off when I was done my appointment with him. I dropped him off with his girlfriend and another guy. And I kissed him goodbye, and it was the last time I seen him alive. He texted me that night, told me that he was out of money. I told him that I couldn't help support his habit, that he had gotten a lot of money that day, and that they had partied on him, that it was his party that day. The $480 was his party that day for him and his friends. And that I couldn't support his habit, but I would make sure while I was away that he would have money. Well, he was living with his grandmother, so he would have money, for food or for gas or whatever. But it's not anything that I would not be able to put money anywhere for him to be supported in his habit. And Todd and I got on a plane that morning with our two little kids, the littlest ones. And when we got in Toronto, we were going through customs.
My phone rang, and while we were waiting for the customs officer to do his thing, when we got through customs, I opened my phone, I looked at the message, and it was from a police officer.
So I'm going to text Jonathan, and I thought, you know what? No, I'm not. I'm going to call Jonathan. And I picked up the phone, and I called Jonathan, and the police answered. My first words were, "Why are you answering my son's phone?" And he said, "Is this Mrs. Loveless?" And I said, "Why are you answering my son's phone?" And he said, "Where are you?" And I said, "I'm in an airport in Toronto. Why are you answering my son's phone?" And he said, "Could you sit down?" He said, "I've got some bad news." He said, "Your oldest son, Christian, passed away this morning." It's not words that anybody should have to listen to. It's a preventable, I believe 100% that it's a preventable death. It took my life away. He was my first love, obviously, because he was my first child. And a part of my heart died that day. But all I could think about is how we would go on living without him, and how we were going to get home quick enough for our other children. First call he made was to Pastor Bruce. You know who you have to call in those kinds of times. You need to call your church family, your support. We went and we did the funeral arrangements, and that was when we thought about Teen Challenge. Teen Challenge is a faith-based addictions program. It's represented in 92 countries across the world. It's called Teen Challenge. However, anyone between 18 and 100 can enter this program.
That's what we wanted as our cause. I guess we didn't want to see other families have to go through it. For us, I think putting our efforts towards Teen Challenge and what it does, we became involved in the planning of fundraisers that were going on.
And the 5K was in June, the 5K Trail to Triumph. And Pastor Bruce approached me a few months ago. He said, "What if we could have a Team Christian? How we could have our whole church body involved in fundraising, and we could do up shirts, we could do whatever, but we could have a Team Christian, and everybody from our church who wanted to participate could do this run, walk, crawl, whatever it is that you want to do." And we did. We had 95 people. The support.
It's something that you never think you would have.
That's right.
Until something like this happens.
Yes.
I guess I shouldn't be surprised, but I'm surprised at how much they put in. I'm going to say put into us.
Yes.
I think that's probably accurate.
Absolutely accurate.
And to help us move forward, but again, make something positive out of something that's been so negative. Part of what we did to promote, or to try and promote the run in the community, was that we did a little interview at the Telegram, and I guess something positive that we saw almost immediately. The article went out in the morning. By lunchtime, we had received a phone call from the gentleman who had written the article, saying that he had a mother call him directly to ask him about the program because she had a daughter who was struggling. So immediately there was, hopefully at the end of the day, something good going to come out of it.
We believe that if one person can be saved, then it doesn't make anything better, but we know that we've helped in that. We know that there's people that would have loved to have saved Christian, but they didn't have the opportunity. I don't believe for 1 minute that without God, I would be sitting here today. I remember the very minute, in hours after this happening, I went to my Bible and I read Philippians 4, and I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. And it's my verse now, because I know I live daily with that, because every day is a struggle. Some are okay days. Some days are gut-wrenching. But we can do all things through Christ who strengthens me, because it's Him who gets us up in the morning. And it's Him that's when I'm lying in bed and I'm saying, God, I just can't do this. I can't. And He says, oh, but you can, because there's others out there that you will help. We want to tell people that there's help there, and it's through God first and foremost, because I know for a fact that without Him we would never be here.
Well, if you've been enjoying our show, then we would love to hear from you. You can do that in a couple of ways. You can go to our website and click on the feedback or contact us button right there on the main page. Or you can contact us through our Facebook page by simply typing Heart Matters in the search menu. Or you can follow us on Twitter using the handle Heart Matters NL.
Heart Matters is made possible through the local support. Need something shipped? Contact Dooley's Trucking in Gander. Ship with the best. Ship Dooley's Trucking. For all your furniture and building supply needs, see us first at Notre Dame Home Furnishings at Notre Dame Castle Building Centers, where our family's been serving yours for over 60 years. Terry's Tents, specializing in custom canvas products, picture framing, embroidery, and printing, also carrying a wide variety of craft supplies, fabrics, leathers, and furs, located at 326 Hamilton River Road in Happy Valley, Goose Bay.
Still to come on today's show, To the Point with Ralph Benson, and more music from Christine Seidenberg, here on Heart Matters.
That's not an option. I'm my biggest problem. You don't got the We all have different fears. I have a fear of heights. I got up on the roof the other day to do something and I couldn't get down. I froze. I recently talked to someone who told me that they overcame their fear of heights. I don't think I could do that. Fear is a strange emotion. Fear is crippling. How do you overcome fear? You have to be courageous to overcome fear. John Wayne said, courage is being scared to death, but saddling up anyway. Courage means the ability to do something that you're frightened of doing. It is strength in the face of pain. Courage can conquer our fears. I'm going to do this. I will climb out on this edge and I will stand. But then I froze. To have the courage to overcome the fear of heights is so small in comparison to some of the stories of courage you often hear. Recently, there was a motorcycle accident. Pop was taking his granddaughter for a ride. Suddenly life changed. A vehicle struck his bike and Pop lost his leg. He was sitting on the side of the road, holding onto his leg as the blood was gushing out. His granddaughter, who was thrown off the bike, was lying just there, motionless. He held onto his leg, trying to save his life desperately. There was a paramedic nearby who happened to see the accident and came running out. She got some belts and on to strap his leg, but he was gripping so tightly. She said, "Let go of your leg. If you want me to save your life, let go of your leg." He did, and then passed out. They had no pulse. They worked on him and managed to bring him back, and he has done well. This man had the courage to hold on to his leg and cut off the circulation. I don't think I could do that. I don't think I could have that courage. But he also needed courage to let go of his leg and let another person take over. Many years ago, I received this prayer: God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change and the courage to change the things I can, the wisdom to know the difference. Courage to change the things I can. At that point in my life, I needed courage. I feared for my future, and I feared for what could happen. I wanted a better life. I began to realize that there was a God that loved me, cared for me, and I needed to trust Him. And God was speaking to me to let go and trust Him. To make the decision to follow Christ is a major change. Anyway, I'm glad to say that God's love for me gave me the courage to take that jump, to trust in His love, and it gave me courage. You may be struggling with fear, a fear that you cannot overcome on your own. Do you believe in God's love for you? God is love. He loves you and has good plans for your life. And His love will never fail you. He'll never give up on you. It never runs out. The Word of God says perfect love drives out fear. His love is higher than the mountains, stronger than the power of the grave. It gives courage to stand and live above your fears. God may be calling you to trust in Him. Trust Him with your life. You say, "I don't know if I can do that." It's not an easy step. But God and His love can help you understand how real He is and how much He can be trusted. And once you take that step to trust in God's love, the fears that you have for your life and for your future, the Almighty God can come into your life and give you peace, take away your fear, and you can have a whole new life. But you have to give your life into His hands. Give Him control instead of yourself, and see what God will do for you. Won't you trust Him today to help you in all the fears of your life?
Closed captioning for Heart Matters is brought to you by King Insurance and Investment Solutions, serving Newfoundland and Labrador. For all your insurance and investment needs, contact King Insurance and Investment Solutions at 36 Cromer Avenue in Grand Falls, Windsor.
The confines and the lines, the barriers that I bear are here and there. They shift and move until I find I'm settling. Could be wrong, can't be right. Floating by, stepping on to the other side, where I said I'd never go. Before I start explaining why my mind is changing, I'm still hesitating. Back and forth it's pulling. No, I won't compromise. Yeah, I'm stepping up this when I cross boundary, I'll escape this cage, these prison walls you placed around me. But I found when I got out, there was darkness all around with no light to see. And suddenly I fell back to the ground. Before I start explaining why my mind is changing, I'm still hesitating. Back and forth it's pulling. No, I won't compromise. Yeah, I'm stepping up this time. Whoa, I've been running so far from the line into your arms. No, I won't compromise this life. This life. I'm coming home to you. Please make me clean and new. I'm through with my old ways. I've tasted and I've tried. Please bring me to your side. I need you every day. I'm coming home to you. Please make me clean and new. I'm through with my old ways. I've tasted and I've tried. Please bring me to your side. I need you every day. I need you every day. I won't compromise. Yeah, I'm stepping up this time. Whoa, I've been running so far from the line into your arms. No, I won't compromise. No, I won't compromise. Yeah, I'm stepping up this time. Whoa, I've been running so far from the line into your arms. No, I won't compromise this life. This life.
Well, we've come to the end of the show, and we want to thank you all for watching. We'd like to thank Christine Seidenberg for singing on today's program, and a big thank you goes out to our guests Todd and Kellie for sharing their heartbreaking story with us. If you or someone you know is battling with drug addiction, then check out the Teen Challenge program at teenchallenge.ca. Not only are there people who want to help you, but there is a God who cares for you deeply and loves you unconditionally. Well, that's all the time that we have for today, but we hope that you would join us here again next week for another episode of Heart Matters.